What's up, guys? It's Mitch Muller. Welcome to the channel. I'm here with my guest from LOOTBOX TV, the one and only Juice. Juice is the man. I've known this dude for a long time, but as you guys know, we've been going through a transformation over the next like 45 days or so. It's less than that now. How long has it been? I mean, it's only been a week.
We got like 30 days left.
Yeah, 30 days left or so. But in this video, what I wanted to do is tackle a lot of these questions that we've been getting from a lot of guys that are, maybe they're just starting out. The simple questions of like, maybe I don't even know how to work out yet. Maybe I've even stepped foot in a gym. I don't even know how to meal prep or anything like that. We put together the top 10 questions that I've mostly gotten over the course of this time to help you guys out. Just to make sure that you're on the right path and that you don't have to think about all the complicated things that the social media world will throw at you, because there's a ton of them. Like, how much did you see before you kind of started into this? I mean, like the million types of diets.
Yeah, there's keto, there's Weight Watchers, there's this, there's that, there's eat nothing but protein and then don't do anything else, and then eat nothing but carbs and then don't do anything else, and then they're like, hey, eat all fat food and you'll eat so much fat food that your body will just start burning fat. I'm like, what? Oh,
yeah, that's actually one of the questions too, so we'll tackle that. But I'm gonna have Juice go ahead and read them off to me. So we'll start with number one.
So this is from both the ladies and the men.
Yeah.
So the first one is, how do you tone a muscle, like an actual like maybe a bicep, your gut, whatever it may be? How do you tone a particular muscle?
This one's funny because when I hear the word tone, it just like it's like fingernails on a chalkboard for me, just because I've been in the fitness industry for a long time. Toning a muscle, all it is allowing that muscle to be seen when it has a layer of fat over it. So you're burning off the fat layer and now you can actually see the muscle underneath it. That's toning a muscle. So toning is simply losing body fat. It's as simple as that. But if in the process you're able to build muscle, even with a female who has less testosterone than a man, you can only build so much muscle. It's not like you're gonna trip and fall and get big as a female. It's never gonna happen for you. But toning a muscle is just the process of building up that muscle, those muscle fibers being broken down and built up, and then that body fat layer coming off the top, so now the muscle is actually visible.
Okay, so what's the best exercise for blank? So let's say arms for maybe chest. So give us like the major groups. So everybody worries about legs, core, chest, back, and arms. Give us your best workouts for each one.
Yeah, so that's kind of a tricky one, because I'll get this question a lot. Like maybe I'm doing arms and someone will come up and ask me like, what's the best exercise that you could do for your biceps? And it's funny because there really isn't one, and I can't give you an exact answer. And I don't want to be like brushing off the question like it's not anything, but hear me out on this one. If I don't know how you were actually contracting your muscle, I can't tell you what exercise is actually going to work best for you. A great example is that I've seen a lot of guys say that you need to do a barbell curl because you can hold a lot more weight for biceps. A standing barbell curl is the best thing to build arm mass. And I tried it for a long time, and I always wondered why my wrist would hurt me, is because the way my shoulders are built, I'm not actually super wide in my shoulders. I'm actually built more narrow, so my arms go out at an angle. They're not straight in front of me. So in order to get my hands under the bar, I have to tuck in like this, which now brings weird stuff into my shoulders and in my traps. So now I'm trying to make an exercise fit me when it doesn't fit me at all. The short answer to that is there isn't an exact one. I would advise you to focus on learning how to contract the muscle that you're working, and then you can use it. Once you do that, you could use any exercise you want, anything that you want to kind of mold into your program. Like I love doing bench press or something. By all means, once you learn how to contract your chest, you can do that, and then you can do bench press instead.
So next question, how do I make a meal plan?
Meal plans are the way, I'm gonna tell you guys how I like to structure these. A simple meal plan is based off of your main macronutrients, right? Protein, carbs, and fats. So you want to start with your proteins, which the best thing that I can advise is around 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. And that's not per pound of body weight. We're not trying to give you protein based off of the extra fat you have on your body. That does absolutely nothing. You're going off of lean body mass. So, and you're able to find out what your lean body mass is based off of your body fat percentage. So I always advise to start with your protein, get that done first, 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. Then I go into what your fat content needs to be next, which is generally about 0.4 grams per pound of lean body mass. And then whatever the difference is, so you have your number of calories per day from your resting metabolic rate. Now you have your proteins and your fats. The difference of whatever is in the middle is what you fill up with your carbs.
Good.
So this is just a standard day and how to do all that. And then, so what you have to know those numbers in order to create a generic meal plan where now you can split up those numbers. So take me for example. I have about 200 grams of protein in my diet a day. So if I want to have 4 meals a day, that's 50 grams of protein per meal. We see how that makes sense? Like, so you're able to split up how many meals do I want to have? It doesn't mean that you have to have 5 to 7 meals like a bodybuilder does every day. By all means, it doesn't matter. You can go into even 3 and maybe have a snack. But now you can start dividing it up where you're having consistent protein in each of these meals, and then you divide up your macros accordingly. So then you're generally hitting the ballpark numbers. And of course, if you want to be very specific, I have a program for that as well too. So you can always hit me up in the comments and I can direct you to how to do that. So this is just the basic stuff, right, guys?
But that's a good reminder. Anybody that has any questions or wants a little bit more detail, leave your comments below or email Mitch. His email is going to be listed below in the description. Do some speed rounds. So the next 3 questions, I just want you to hit me with a quick answer. Boom, speed round.
All right, let's do it.
So how do I lose fat?
You lose fat by getting a caloric deficit.
Boom.
So, or even better, expending more energy than you take in. So I would actually advise that first. Go work harder, expend more calories once you get your diet in place, and then start to bring back the calories because you can only bring your calories so low.
Yeah.
Next one.
Simple math equation, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, simple.
Boom. Okay, how do I get motivated and stick to a plan?
Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, but number 1, I would say to know your why. You can't, motivation is temporary, right? You could be great one day, then the next morning you're like, I don't even want to get out of bed. You need to know your purpose for why you are doing this, and it needs to be bigger than you. And that's a huge thing. There's some clients that I work with, I'm like, no, you want to lose weight. No, I don't believe that. Why do you want to lose weight? And so it's like I'm working with an older guy or something like that. It's like maybe he wants to. I had one guy say one time, I want to be able to live to see my grandkids or to walk my daughter down the aisle. That is a why. Like once you know like that there's a bigger reason other than you of like why you want to do this, whether it's the legacy you want to leave or you just want to be healthy for the people around you and your family, that is a reason to get out of bed in the morning. So motivation is temporary, but to be inspired, that takes something a lot bigger. So I would challenge you to dig deeper on those.
Yeah, and like to add 2 quick things, like for me, the why is, I have 2 whys. One is I got to get healthy. Obviously I'm getting older. I got a lot of issues with myself. I got gout, things like that, and it's crazy to have that at such a young age. And then the second is my community. I'm inspiring a lot of people within my community that are going to work, that are putting in the effort, that are cooking the things I'm cooking and seeing the results. And it's great. That motivates me to continue to make it set an example and make sure that I follow through on this. That way they see that, hey, there is hope. If this guy can do it, then I can do it.
Absolutely.
And I'm just a normal person, right? I just make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy. I'm a normal person like anybody else. What supplements do I need?
Oh, I mean, basic stuff, what I would say is essential amino acids are huge because most people aren't getting enough of their amino acids from food. Of course, you want to get it from your protein sources. Amino acids are protein. That's all it is. But if you have an essential amino acid supplement, or you can have branch chain amino acids, these provide those extra amino acids that are going to help you burn fat and build more muscle. The more muscle that you have, the more fat that you're going to burn. So amino acids would definitely be that. And I think another one that pops into my head above the whey proteins and the creatines of the world and stuff like that is a really good probiotic. And if you guys don't know anything about that, I'm going to put a link below to one that I use that's phenomenal. It's like, there's a video that actually shows this thing dissolving with the digestive enzymes, dissolving a piece of meat in like a minute.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, it's just unreal seeing this stuff. So probiotics are huge. If you can't digest your food, what's the point of eating all this right food? Your gut and your digestive system is huge for fat loss and muscle building. So that's definitely the first things that pop in my mind.
Okay. What diet is best? Keto, vegan, eat a lot of pizza?
Yeah, the pizza diet.
The pizza diet.
Oh man, so I can go on all day, but I'm gonna keep
Sullivan diet.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep this one short. There isn't one diet. The best diet is the one that you stick to. I believe that every diet that's out there, keto, being vegan, all these different things, it's not an end-all be-all. It's a tool in your toolbox. Everything you use in the gym or for your nutrition, supplements, they are all tools to use, and you can pull certain tools out at certain times. That doesn't mean that because you're vegan right now that you need to give up meat for forever. Like, meat is good for you. I don't think any of those done for forever is how the body was meant to be. It was meant for anything. I believe that we are supposed to hunt and gather our food. And when you have whole foods like that from animals and from plants and vegetables and all those different things, that's what we were meant to have. So that's the short answer to that. That it's like, I mean, people are going to start feeling better by eating vegan because they're eating more vegetables, not because they cut out meat. Like,
3 questions remain. How do I build a muscle?
You build muscle by learning how to contract muscle. Tension is the only language that your muscle speaks. So just because you pick up a heavy weight doesn't mean you're building muscle. It means it's going to dump tension into wherever your body wants it to. Your goal is to put tension on whatever muscle it is. So if I'm holding a dumbbell and it's 10 pounds, I want to make my muscle feel like it's holding a 50-pound dumbbell when it's not. Your muscle only knows tension. So when you're able to break down those muscle fibers over time, that's how you build muscle. Keep the muscle under continuous tension. You're not losing tension. Keep it under continuous tension while you're training from 40 to 70 seconds. That's your sweet spot in there. Start with that. You're going to build, I mean, you can go on for years building muscle just working in that range of motion or just working that time frame. It's simple as that. Okay. That's how you build muscle.
Next question. What bear is best?
What bear?
It's an Office reference. The Office.
Bro, I've only seen like I've seen about half of those, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, unsubscribe now. I'm kidding. Make sure you guys...
I love that show for the episodes I've seen, but that's
Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button below. But the real question is,
if you're the Office fan, I want to see you guys comment below. Like, let us know like what your favorite episodes are, because I have seen them.
Okay.
I didn't know that one reference.
No one on the internet is a bigger Office fan than I am.
Okay.
So
if you want to challenge him, comment below. I want to hear it.
Let's do it. But the question is, what cardio is best?
Oh, okay. Cardio, I'd say.
I do the elliptical. Well,
that's like See, that's where it comes to like the mode of what you want to do. So the type of cardio, I separate it out into steady state cardio or like high intensity interval cardio. As far as fat loss goes and muscle retention, keeping the muscle on your body when you're dieting down, high intensity interval training is by far the best cardio that you can do. But they're both tools, right? I've gotten amazing fat loss from doing fasted, steady state, like morning cardio, or even post training, where maybe your calories are a little bit lower, your energy is just really, really low, and you're just going at a steady pace, and keeping the heart rate of like 130 to 145, depending on the person. But high intensity is definitely the better fat loss route. But as far as your mode goes, like for instance, we keep for his joints, we keep him on the elliptical for now, just because it's easy. He's still burning calories, but he's not having impact and stuff on his joints. So some people love sprinting, some people love jumping, doing the battle ropes at the gym, stuff like that. Any mode that you love to do. If you're a swimmer, go swim.
Yep.
Like anything you want to do, just make sure you're getting your heart rate up.
So last question, and I kind of want to know this as well, and I wore the shirt for a reason. You guys see me moving around, it's because it's super loose up here. I mean, it was a lot tighter than what it was. It's tight around my arms, which is nice. I mean, it's still awkward, but the question is, how fast can I see results? Because to me, with my loose shirt, I feel like I'm seeing the results. I'm seeing in my jawline a little bit more. I'm seeing my arms get a little bit bigger, a little bit tighter, and so forth. So what's the average rate that someone can see results? Like, is it a month, 2 months, or does it just depend on how well you're staying consistent?
Yeah, you said it. That's the last thing you said. Consistency is the most important thing, and any coach is going to tell you that. From what I've seen, the first thing that you want to focus on is changing your habits. And you've seen anywhere, it's like 21 to 24 days, somewhere in there, it takes to change a habit. So within the first month, you can actually see a lot of progress. I've had some crazy before and after pictures of clients in just 2, 3, 4 weeks, and their body looks completely different. But that is going to be person to person. I can't say it's going to be the exact same for everybody, because we're all individuals. But if you can create new habits in that first month, it's going to spark something a little bit more like, wow, I can actually, I can do this. And then it goes into that 90-day sweet spot, like Mark. A full transformation is around 90 days is what a lot of us like to use. This is a lifestyle change. This isn't something that, by all means, if you want to lose a bunch of fat, that's fine. But in order to kind of like maintain that or that lifestyle, you have to adapt it into your life. So these are new and positive changes. So if you're really serious about making a change for yourself, I would just advise you to continue on this path. Like do it over and over and over again. Like every single month, you're just adding some new habits in. This is now a new lifestyle for you. This isn't something where you're going to go back to what you were doing before. You're actually going to feel so much better now. So the short answer is, it's like you could see a lot really fast. That's depending on the person. But the best thing is right around the 90-day mark, you can have a full transformation. But what I don't really care about your, like you have your before and after photo. I care about your after photo. What do you look like once the program is done and you've done it, or you've continued on for a year? Because that is going to tell me if it really worked or not. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Those were the questions. Those are the top 10 things that, or the top 10 questions that we get asked all the time. Well, in my Discord anyway. That's what kind of sparked this idea. So if you're from the LOOTBOX Discord, welcome, Bell Sprout Brigade. I appreciate you guys coming through.
I love that name, by the way.
Man, it's my community. And again, Mitch, thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah,
buddy.
absolutely,
really
dude. Absolutely. We'll be doing more videos and stuff soon with Juice and LOOTBOX TV, man. It's always awesome to have him here. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't yet, please click the subscribe button below, like up this video, and please comment too. Let us know what you want to see in the next coming videos. If you like me doing stuff with John, we're doing a lot of stuff here lately, so go ahead and do that, and we will see you guys in the next video. What do you do?
I do deuces.
Deuces.
Dabs.
Yeah.
There you go.